Good afternoon. This is Rulers World TV. Here is the news compact. I'm Ololade Bolarewa. Retired police officers protest nationwide demand end to police slavery and decent welfare. Security blocks Senator Natasha from entering National Assembly. In Oyo State, lawmakers challenged Makinde in court over unfulfilled emoluments. The People's Democratic Party has labeled President Bola Tinubu as a poor choice for Nigerians ahead of 2027 presidential election. Retired police officers protest nationwide demand end to police slavery and decent welfare. Amid growing frustration over poor welfare and unpaid benefits, retired police officers across Nigeria have taken to the streets in peaceful protest demanding urgent reforms to the nation's police welfare system. Chanting and holding placards with bold messages like #police protest, decent salaries now, end police slavery, and pensions stone. The retired officers called attention to what they described as years of neglect and put service at stake. The protest held in Abuja and several other states witnessed aging officers, many in their 60s and 70s, marching in unity and demanding justice from the same system they once risked their lives to protect. The demands include exit from contributory pension scheme, creation of dedicated police pension board, immediate payment of pension arrears and gratuities, improved medical housing support for retired officers. Meanwhile, the activists Omoyele Sowore also joined the Abuja leg of the police protest. Sowore was quoted saying, "This is not just a protest, it is a wake-up call. You can't demand loyalty from people you refuse to care for."
Is the well-being of these men, how they get their entitlements for those who are serving and those who are retired and those who are dead as well, whose family members have not been paid their entitlement. There is no policeman in Nigeria that should earn less than 500,000 naira per month. The reason is that you cannot ask the police to be guarding a bank and the bank manager is better paid than the police that is protecting the money. The person doing the real work is the policeman that ensures that the bank is not robbed, not the bank manager who is writing how much is in the vault. So it is even small because 500,000 naira is about $300. That's nothing in a month. Whereas the senators who are in these places who barely come to work, an average senator takes home 30 million naira per month. And the policemen who are waiting at their gates cannot even buy paracetamol. The argument always is that, why are you fighting for police? Police is bad. Police is bad because Nigeria is also bad. The leaders of Nigeria are very bad leaders, and you cannot find a good police from a bad country.
As special rounds, all eyes are now on the federal government and the Police Service Commission to respond meaningfully to plight of these veterans. Security blocks Natasha from entering National Assembly. There was a drama at the National Assembly today as security operatives barred Senator Natasha Akpoti from entering the Senate chamber despite a court order nullifying her earlier suspension. The lawmaker representing Kogi Central arrived at the complex accompanied by supporters and activist Aisha Yusufu, citing a federal high court's judgment which ruled suspension illegal and affirmed their right to resume plenary. But upon arrival, armed security personnel stationed at the Senate's gates reportedly denied access, saying they were acting on instructions from above. Senator Natasha, speaking to reporters, said, "I came to resume my duties as duly elected senator. The court has spoken. This act of resistance is not just lawless, it's a slap on the judiciary." Supporters around the premises expressed anger, chanting solidarity songs and demanding the Senate leadership respect to the rule of law.
And it's unfortunate that we got in today, which is the 22nd of July 2025, having duly notified the Senate through 2 letters that I would be resuming functions today. As a matter of fact, I'm disappointed on 2 grounds. One is the number of armed policemen that we met outside, all well kitted with guns, charged at a female senator who is unarmed with her people here, patriotic Nigerians. And the second thing is the fact that the Senate, under the leadership of Godswill Akpabio, have decided to become lawbreakers. and by denying me entrance into the chambers to resume my duty. But I am not facing charges of corruption. I'm not facing charges of embezzlement. I'm not facing charges of drug abuse, and neither am I facing charges of murder. And it's ironic that the people who are actually testifying as witnesses in the two federal government cases have cases at EFCC, have files at EFCC on record that they have actually embezzled state funds running into billions. So it's really, let me say this, it's very important I do mention the flip of our judicial system, the flip of how institutions being utilized to oppress people who are innocent. If this is a country that if Nigeria works, if our institutions are truly independent and strengthened, then there's no reason why some of these fellows who sit there as senators should even be in the Senate in the first place. They should actually be behind bars, and I'm saying that. And I do pray and hope that it is by my actions today and by voices of Nigerians all around, whether in the country or in diaspora, that we speak up and ensure that this injustice that is being meted against me, this persecution meted against me, will not stand.
Meanwhile, Senate officials have yet to issue an official statement on the incident. The blockade has presented debates over legislative independence and growing tensions between the judiciary and the Senate. I have a guest in the house to tell us more about what happened about Natasha, the National Assembly. Good afternoon. My name is Bola Ololade, and here is my host.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. John Olariwaju is my name.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Let's talk about what is happening at the National Assembly. And there was a drama at the National Assembly today as security operatives barred Senator Natasha from entering the Senate chamber, despite the court order nullifying her earlier suspension. What do you think about that? Though she's right there at the National Assembly today, and they already barred her, not to enter. So what do you think about that?
Well, to me, I think the House of Assembly, as far as I'm concerned, so it's like our politics in Nigeria has become a joke. Because how come a sitting senator will just be treating like that, as far as I'm concerned? That is not a welcome development to me. Because in a situation whereby everyone will be watching us, that this kind of politics are we practicing in Nigeria. So it's just like a childish politics. Because how come a sitting senator will just be dressing in that manner? So, and again, even Akpabio as a Senate president to me, so I don't see the man as a man that fit to be a Senate president. Because you are not supposed to even treat a member of the House of Assembly as a such man. According to the certified true copy of the court, so I think they stated there that
She should pay.
the court said that Natasha is not right that you should suspend her for the period of 181 days. So, for 6 months rather, because the House of Assembly having the period of 181 days for sitting. So how come will you now suspend a lawmaker for 6 months? So 6 months equivalent to 180 days. When you have 181 days to sit. So if you out of 81 days and you sanction somebody for 180 days, so how many days remain for her to sit at the House of Assembly? So to me, I don't even like what is transpired today.
Okay, thank you so much. So what do you think we can do to stop such acts in the nearest future?
Well, to me, we need a law to put an end to all these menace. So, for instance, maybe if you can able to have a law or a bill that we say that we give a specific period, like even if there is any lawmakers that having a problem with the having a problem in the House of Assembly, you can have it like maybe 2 weeks or period a month, so to just suspend a lawmaker. So instead of giving them 180 days. So I think we need a law. They need to amend it. To have a law, to have a bill that will not allow any lawmakers to go to that extent.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
For honoring our invite.
Thank you for having me.
All right. advisor. In Oyo State, lawmakers challenged Makinde in court over unfulfilled emoluments. The immediate past councillors forum in Oyo State has dragged the state governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, alongside the Attorney General, as well as the state chief accountant, and the entire three local governments of Oyo State before Justice Azan Muhammad Yakubu of the National Industrial Court sitting in Ibadan. Oyo State captured over unpaid allowances, which includes short payments of basic salary, as well as non-full payments of furniture allowances and survey amounts to over 5.7 billion naira. The lawmakers from all the 351 wards of the state were served for a total 36 months between May 2021 to May 2024 narrated their audios while serving as the councillors of their respective ward. According to them, in the wake of our sworn in 2021, each councillor were earning 111,000 after tax, which was eventually increased in June 2022, subject to rigorous agitation and unrelenting pressing. After the increment, leaders of the House earned 220,000 and other members earned 161,000 for the rest of the House service year. However, the lawmakers maintained that after a series of failed complaints and promises that never yielded any positive results, which prompted the decision to take legal action and see redress in the court of law. Added that categorically that they are not fighting Governor Makinde and the People's Democratic Party (PDP), but just concerned and making their voice heard about their unpaid benefits, stated that they will continue to abide with the party's doctrine and fly its flag higher as their loyalty remains unshaken. During the second sitting, 21st of July 2021, the defendants counsel B.A. Adebisi of Oyo State Ministry of Justice, who filed the memorandum of appearance without the statement of defense, said that they have just received the responses from the concerned parties. She thereby pleaded for another date for hearings so as to ensure proper preparation and documentations, which the claimant's counsels obliged. The presiding judge, Justice Hassan Muhammadu Yakubu, thereby guaranteed our plea and adjourned the case to 16th of October to further hearing and mention. Now on politics. The People's Democratic Party has labelled President Bola Tinubu as a poor choice for Nigerians ahead of the 2027 presidential election. Speaking to journalists in Abuja, PDP National Publicity Secretary Debo Ologbonagba on Monday asserted that the party is the only one with the capacity to defeat President Tinubu and All Progressive Congress. He stated that PDP is the only party that can unseat the APC, claiming they have the support, the base, and the national spread. Ologbonagba said there is no community without PDP member because it's truly the People's Party. Nigerians are eager for the PDP's return. With the APC numerous failures, I can confidently say that no patriotic Nigerian group or political party will support Tinubu in 2027. It is clear that President Bola Tinubu is a bad market, so no one, or whether individual or group who is experiencing what we are going through, will vote for Tinubu in 2027. Addressing the recent defection of some of the members of the APC and the newly formed coalition under the African Democratic Congress, Ologbonagba stated that PDP is organic and formidable. It is important to make it clear that the people who make up the party are not defecting. They are not defecting because of hunger or insecurity. The police will form back of our party as well as Nigerians who are political look up to the PDP, so they are not defecting. Thank you for watching. I'm Ololade Bolarewa. For more news updates, you can visit our website at www.rulersworldtv.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel at rulersworldtv. Also follow us on our social media handle, X, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you for watching.